Hello everyone. Apparently today I do not have my normal comb, so I'm just going to try to make this work. So the struggle is real. Oh boy. So far my week has been a pretty busy week. I hope everybody out there is doing good and has had a good week so far because it's just Wednesday where I am. Well, the only update that I have is that I recently got my mom's ashes. As a coping mechanism, I've been talking to her ashes as if she were alive. I don't know if that's really doing anything aside from making me feel a little less like it's real. I don't know. I don't really have a lot to talk about. But I know I definitely have to keep my channel going in some way, shape, or form. So I'm just trying to at least make another start. Just trying to at least, this, I guess you can call this like a starting video. So that everything else is kind of like, a little bit more smooth. I guess we all have times like this. And I know sometimes you gotta like live a little bit of life before you make a video. But then it gets to the point where you're going, how much life am I gonna live before I make another video? Because eventually days go by and then nothing happens, and that's why I'm making this video now. Because I don't want to constantly be having a vacant channel. I plan on posting some comic strips soon. It's just taking me a while to work on them because, like I said, I've been busy with a lot of things and it's just been hard fitting a lot of things into the day. I find myself watching more videos during the day than I find myself actually working on comics, and I try to combine the two. Bruh, there's no evenness with this. I don't know how to make them all the same size though. And I've never really done a whole bunch of things in symmetry my whole life. I like symmetry, but it's not something that I do on a normal basis. The girls are downstairs with their father. They're eating dinner. Around this time, I'm either doing stuff like this or I'm cleaning the room. And I plan on doing both before I go to bed. It's currently nighttime because I've decided to just, film whenever I get the opportunity instead of trying to focus on a specific time of day. Because then that procrastination just sets in, and then no videos getting made at all, no comics getting made, nothing's being produced, and more time is just spent almost doing nothing. I can't really be consistent with my videos if I'm not making videos. It's like expecting to win money out of thin air. I'm just twisting my hair. I don't really have a specific style in mind. I've been debating on whether I'm gonna get dreads in the future or not. I feel like I might want to get temporary dreads because I still want to do a lot of hairstyles with my hair. So I don't know if I want to like do it temporarily or if I want to wait until I'm like 80 and then like make dreads like my permanent hairstyle for the rest of my life. I don't know. I could change my mind at any point. Who knows? I'm just doing this because I have rollers, but I just don't feel like doing anything with rollers right now. Seems like the easiest thing to do. Dealing with grief and dealing with motherhood at the same time, it's been pretty rough. Because my energy's low, I'm dealing with depression, and then, the kids get into stuff, and then I get to a point where it's like I don't feel like doing anything. And then I have to push myself to do things because if I don't do something, they could possibly get hurt. And why go to the hospital over something you can prevent? Cleaning has been another thing that I've had low energy when it comes to as well. It's like I force myself to clean, but, you know, I still don't get as much done as I would like to get done. God, I hope I'm not boring. I'm just trying to, keep everything up. I should come up with better ideas later. Then again, I kind of like the idea of being natural and, just kicking it on camera a little bit. Because being too planned kind of feels restrictive, and it's like, I'm already stressed. I don't want to create more stress for myself. Because if you create more stress for yourself, then you overload yourself with a whole bunch of negative emotions and a whole bunch of negative energy, and then you're just stuck in a bad place. And then you're not good to yourself and you're not good to be around other people. And I don't want that to be my life, you know? I want to enjoy my life at some point. Because right now things are not enjoyable, but then again they're not supposed to be. I don't know anybody who's happy that their parents are gone, you know? So it's gonna be a while before I can create a norm for myself. been doing this for years. I guess I just gotta find my way, right? Because either I was gonna lose her now or I was gonna lose her later, and the same thing with my father. Even though it would have felt more complete if I would have lost them when I was a lot older, you know? But things don't always work out the way that you think they should be done. So I really don't have too many, complaints. And even if I did have a whole bunch of complaints, nothing would be done about it. Who the hell complained their loved one into coming back to life? And I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that complained and they didn't get what they wanted. So I'm not gonna spend my whole entire life bitching and complaining about stuff. But the hardest part about all this is making Meltos. Because I don't have my mother's ideas to bounce off of anymore. So I don't know how to make it authentically her. All I have are the notes that we wrote down, and once I'm done making those notes into physical story pieces, whether it be through comic book form or whether it be just simply through typing, after that, it's not really many more of her ideas. So I don't know how long I can make this last, and I didn't even know how many volumes that she wanted. Because we were gonna let the volumes end whenever we felt like they should come to an end. But like I said, I have no input from her anymore. So I don't know if I should just make 2 volumes each or 8 volumes of each book max or what. I guess maybe I can go through the memories in my mind and just see what she might have said when it comes to a certain scene in a story. Because I've been trying to go through our text messages, but our text messages haven't really been a whole lot about the story because she had been sick. So, and then my other phones have been destroyed because they're old, and I'm pretty sure there's like literally no content on them at all. I'm just gonna be straight up honest. Because I'm going through this depression phase of my life. My diet is not clean. It's not healthy. It's full of junk food. It's full of sugar. I ain't really been treating myself that well. I know it's going to have to stop. And I'm just going to be honest. Yeah. There's cookies here. There's muffins there. There's bread. There's chips. There's all that stuff. I've been intuitively eating. Because it's been way too much. It takes way too much energy for me to try to force myself to follow a certain type of diet or whatever. I know I'm gonna have to straighten up a little bit, but for now, I'm just intuitively eating. I'm just here to be as what's the right word I'm looking for? I'm just here to be as down to earth as I can possibly be. You know? I'm not sharing these parts of my life to, like make anybody feel bad for me or anything like that. I hope by talking about my life, I'm helping somebody else that may be going through something similar, you know? Sometimes maybe seeing an example makes your situation easier to deal with. Because if it wasn't for YouTube and other platforms where people made personal videos about their lives, I'd probably be a lot more stressed, to be honest. So I hope maybe me displaying a little bit of my life helps whoever is going through a problem feel like they can make it through. Like you're seeing an example of somebody successfully making it through something, opposed to watching yourself fail or hearing negative comments, or it'll give you a break from even your own thoughts, because sometimes we can self-sabotage ourselves. I have a lot of negative thoughts that run through my mind. I have a lot of negative emotions. Oh, I had a lot of negative emotions even before this moment, Motherhood ain't been easy. Going through teenage years ain't been easy. But life has never really been easy for me anyway. Then again, I wonder if life has been easy for anybody out there, to be honest. I can say motherhood has had its fun moments and stressful moments. But it's only been stressful because I guess I don't really have a lot of mental energy to deal with everything like I should be able to deal with it, My expectations of motherhood for myself was to be a lot more involved and a lot more energetic and a lot more happy. But it didn't turn out that way. I don't know if it didn't turn out that way because of life or if it's because of my own perspective of things. Because if things went the way that I thought that they should go, I'd be laughing, bouncing around. There wouldn't be you would never see a sulky look on my face because I would be enjoying every minute of it. But in order to get that kind of result, everything in your life has to be going right. Your health has to be damn near at 100%. I don't know if I burped because my hearing went out for a second. So if I did, excuse me, y'all. But yeah, your life has to be going pretty well. Your health has to be at a good level. You can't have a string of dying family members in order to be that kind of happy. No string of dying friends or acquaintances. Yeah, everything has to be pretty much going well in your life. And I know I'm just being redundant, being as redundant as I could possibly be, but I can't explain things as well as I would like to. But yeah, you would have to have a lot of things going right in order to be bouncy and full of energy and just being able to just get in there and just show everybody this beautiful light inside of you. I mean, it's not impossible when you're sad, but you gotta have the energy to bounce up and do that. And when you're sad, you don't want to do anything. You just want to sit there. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want anybody touching you. You don't want to touch anybody. Everything is bad, and you're just waiting for the next bad thing to happen. And then you're just sitting there trying to stay as strong as you possibly can. This is why depression is hard to deal with, because it's a whole bunch of I don't want to do. Like, you probably physically can do everything that you're thinking about doing, but you just don't want to do it. And the sadness and the grief just takes out of your energy. I mean, we think about exercise and like physically moving draining you, but your mind can drain your physical body too. If you're not happy and you're not mentally healthy, because like nobody's happy all the time, but if you're not mentally healthy, your energy's low, your mood is shit, and there's nothing anybody can do that can make you desire anything positive until you feel open to it. I always wanted to get in this good groove, and then the time winds up winding up on me. So maybe I could probably talk a little bit more about what I'm talking about later in another video. But again, that's why we keep going. But I'm going to end it here. And I hope everybody continues to have a good day, continues to have a good year, continues to have a good time all the way around. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.